My name is Will Schuster and I'm currently a 2L at UIC Law School located right here in Chicago, Illinois. Here are 10 tips that I promise you if you implement, you won't just feel amazing, but you will obtain amazing results and success throughout your law school journey and beyond. Number 1, consistency is key. I'm talking about a consistent waking time, a consistent eating time, and a consistent sleeping time. Having consistency in these 3 aspects of your life will allow you to have a brain and a body that is functioning at an optimal level. And if you want to succeed in law school, your brain and your body needs to be functioning at an optimal level. Consistency is key because when we're consistent in our waking time, our eating time, and our sleeping time, this allows us to align and synchronize a very important internal biological clock known as the circadian rhythm. And if you want to be optimal, aligning and synchronizing your circadian rhythm is key. The circadian rhythm operates on a 24-hour cycle and it's responsible for various biological processes such as sleepiness, peak energy states, metabolism, body temperature, mood, as well as our mental clarity and overall health and well-being. When we align and synchronize our circadian rhythm, the chances of us not just exceeding in law school, but exceeding in life in general substantially increase. According to Andrew Huberman, he's a professor and neuroscientist at Stanford University. He claims that it's been proven that having a synchronized and aligned circadian rhythm is responsible for things such as mood, energy, mental clarity, learning, reading speed, and overall health and well-being. He also claims that having a synchronized and aligned circadian rhythm is responsible for eliminating things such as anxiety, fear, doubt, insomnia, and most importantly, brain fog. What I do in order to synchronize and align my circadian rhythm is on the weekdays, I make sure to wake up at 6 a.m. every day because waking up at a consistent time is a huge factor in being able to synchronize our circadian rhythm. On the weekends, however, I'll sleep in anywhere from 7 to 8 a.m. Because this is only 2 days out of the week, an extra 2 hours of sleeping in will not disrupt or negatively impact my circadian rhythm in any way. I then eat my first meal anywhere from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And I do this because I find doing a daily intermittent fast of anywhere from 16 to 18 hours significantly enhances my morning productivity. And it's been scientifically proven that we in fact learn much more effectively when in a fasted state due to an increase in a hormone called adrenaline. I then go to bed at 10 p.m. during the week. On the weekends, I'll stay up a little later, 11, 12, because we all have to live a little bit. If this routine fits your schedule during your first, second, or third year in law school, I highly recommend you give it a try. You will reap significant benefits that will affect not just your health, but your GPA and, most importantly, your job opportunities. Number 2, turn off your computer after 7 p.m. and study using your handwritten notes, printed notes, or my personal favorite, flashcards. During my first year of law school, I decided to buy a set of flashcards called Law in a Flash, the first year set. These flashcards are one of the main reasons why I did so well during my first year of law school. They helped me tremendously. In fact, when this video is over, go in the description box and click on the Amazon link and that link will take you to those very cards. I highly recommend you buy them. They help tremendously. First of all, when you use flashcards to study at night, that means you're not looking at a computer screen. Computer screens tend to emit a harmful light known as blue light, and blue light is scientifically proven to disrupt your sleep. Next, flashcards are great because they allow us to absorb and learn new information that our computer screens or even our handwritten notes wouldn't allow us to do. And the reason for this is because the flashcards that I used contained hundreds of different hypotheticals, and learning to master and become familiar with hypotheticals is key if you want to ace your law school exam, because our law school exam, especially if you're a 1L, is going to consist of a bunch of hypotheticals. So we have to learn how to apply the law to the facts. Emmanuel's Law in a Flash deck of flashcards has awesome hypotheticals that will prepare you and equip you with the type of thinking you're gonna need in order to master your exam. Lastly, I love these flashcards because I didn't create them. And because I didn't create them, I learned information from these flashcards that would have never been on my notes. And that's very important if you want to succeed in law school. Number 3, study and then immediately after do a 10-minute meditation. I swear by this technique. And even if you've never meditated before, that's okay. You will still reap amazing benefits. benefits. In fact, according to neuroscientist Brant Courtwright in his new book, The NUEROGENESIS Diet and Lifestyle, he claims that meditation significantly enlarges the hippocampus. For those of you who don't know what the hippocampus is, it's essentially a tiny gland in our brain responsible for memory and memory formation. Additionally, according to Brant Courtwright, meditation significantly increases neurogenesis. Neurogenesis is otherwise known as the formation of new brain cells. When I do my meditation, I use a device called a brain tap. This device has changed my life. I love it, and I don't think I could live without it. Long story short, the brain tap uses lights and binaural beats in order to trick your brain into getting into a meditative state within seconds. And this is critical for not just enlarging our hippocampus, increasing neuroplasticity, but it's critical because the brain tap is scientifically proven to strengthen both hemispheres of our brain, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. And it does this by making sure both hemispheres are synchronized. If you're interested in the brain tap, then check out the link in my description box, read more about it, and if you find it intriguing, buy it. Take my word for it, because it will change your life just like it changed mine. However, for those of you who do not want to buy the brain tap, that is totally okay. You could just do regular meditation. Even though your meditation won't be as effective, you will still reap tons of benefits. So for me personally, what I used before the brain tap was an app called Headspace, and I found this app to be extremely helpful in guiding me into a deep meditative state. Also, according to Andrew Huberman in his podcast called Huberman Labs, I highly recommend it. You could get it on Apple or Spotify. He was going over a study that these scientists conducted, and in this study, it revealed that when people studied with a certain sound in the background and then went to sleep with that same sound playing throughout the night, it significantly enhanced not only neuroplasticity, but it also showed when doing this, it reduced the overall amount of time to be able to remember and retain that information. When I first heard about this, I got excited because I said, I'm trying this. So what I did, I downloaded an app called Brain FM, and when I was studying, I would put on a waterfall / river type sound. There's hundreds of different sounds and landscapes you could choose from. Pick whatever one, it does not matter. Pick a specific beat you like, study to that specific sound or beat, and then when you go to bed, play that same sound or beat all throughout the night. Number 4, eat healthy, work out, and have a consistent morning routine. I decided to bunch these 3 things together because they all promote optimal health and well-being. As far as eating goes, it is critical that you consume adequate amounts of EPAs and DHAs, otherwise known as omega-3 fatty acids. In fact, a new study came out showing that people who consumed very little EPA and DHA had significantly smaller brains than people who consumed adequate amounts of EPA and DHA. Literally, their brain was smaller than the people who consumed adequate amounts of EPA and DHA. Also, according to Brant Courtwright in his new book, The NUEROGENESIS Diet and Lifestyle, he claims that omega-3s are responsible for neurogenesis, otherwise known as the formation of new brain cells. Getting our omega-3 fatty acids in every day is critical for our brain. Now, what I personally do in order to get adequate amounts of omega-3s in every day, first, I make sure to take a fish oil supplement every morning. The fish oil I love taking is from a company called Kion, that's Kion. I highly recommend you check them out. It's not very expensive, and as you can see, consuming fish oil comes with a ton of brain boosting benefits. The next thing I do is I try to consume 3 to 4 seafood meals a week. And by this, I love consuming salmon, I love consuming tuna, tilapia, because all of these foods contain high amounts of omega-3s. And if you want to succeed and excel in law school, you need to make sure your brain is functioning at an optimal level. And one of the best ways to do that is consuming adequate amounts of omega-3s. Lastly, as far as diet goes, stay away from processed foods. Processed foods are scientifically proven to deplete energy, destroy our mood, destroy our gut, and more importantly, it's been proven that having a diet containing a lot of processed foods is one of the main causes of brain fog. And if you want to succeed in law school, the last thing you want is brain fog. Next, work out. Physical fitness is key for having a healthy, vibrant brain. Studies show that engaging in a consistent exercise program increases mental clarity, neuroplasticity, BDNF, otherwise known as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and this all leads to you being able to memorize and learn information in the most efficient and effective way possible. Also, because law school consists of sitting on our butts 8+ hours a day, it's critical that we get some sort of physical exercise in. We need to move, we need to sweat, we need to work out. Last but not least, have a consistent morning routine. This is critical. I actually made a whole entire video just on my morning routine. In that video, I unpack 7 amazing morning routine tactics that will get you feeling amazing, and it will get your brain and body to be functioning at an optimal level. After this video, go check out my morning routine video and start implementing some of those tactics into your own morning routine. I promise you, you will not regret it. Number 5, you need to give yourself more credit. Listen people, law school, it's a very rigorous and difficult process. My first couple months of law school, I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like everyone in my class was much smarter than I was. However, I came to find out that was not the case, not at all. In fact, everyone was just as clueless as I was in the very beginning. And I just want you to know that you are not alone. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling frightened, if you're feeling like you just don't belong, stop feeling that way, because you do. I was in your shoes before, and I promise you, all of this hard work, all of this effort, you got this. You are going to succeed. And you just need to believe in yourself, and you need to give yourself more credit. Just know you will get things wrong. Just know you will feel clueless. This is all part of the process. In fact, learning comes when we get frustrated. According to Andrew Huberman, when we get frustrated on a topic because we feel like we're not getting it, that, my friends, is when learning takes place. Number 6, prioritize sleep. Right now, I want you to get rid of that whole "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mindset. This is doing you nothing good. In fact, people who live by that statement tend to burn out, they tend to get depressed, and they tend to get struck with all sorts of illnesses and diseases. That's not what you want. You know why? Because they're not functioning at an optimal level. We need to prioritize sleep, because if we want to retain and learn new information, the only time that process is going to take place is when we sleep. In fact, sleep is so important to me that I'm actually going to be coming out with a YouTube video all about sleep. So smash that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my latest content. Now, as far as sleep goes, it's critical that we get a minimum 6.5 hours of sleep, and that's pushing it. I try to shoot from anywhere from 7 to 7.5 hours. 8 hours would be optimal. I'm gonna give you my 3 top sleep hacks right now. Number 1, magnesium. We need to make sure we're getting in adequate amounts of magnesium. Magnesium is critical for over 700 biological processes in the human body. However, magnesium is also critical if we want to get deep, restorative, restful sleep. The magnesium I use, it's called Magnesium Breakthrough, and it's made by a company called BioOptimizers. In fact, when this video is over, go in the description box and click on the magnesium link, and it will take you to the magnesium I take. I highly recommend you buy it. I highly recommend you use it, and I like taking 2 capsules right before bed. My second sleep hack is making sure my body temperature stays cool throughout the night. In fact, it's been scientifically proven that when we lower our body temperature, that's responsible for us being able to fall asleep, as well as being responsible for us to be able to achieve that deep restorative sleep that we need. In order to get my body temperature cool and make sure it stays cool throughout the night, I use a device called a chili pad. And essentially, the chili pad is a pad you put under your sheets, and all throughout the night, it will circulate cold water under you so that your body temperature stays at a consistent low temperature. For more information on the chili pad, click on the link in the description box and it will take you directly to the site. I highly recommend you purchase one because it will change the way you sleep. Number 3, do not view any sort of blue light 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And if you do, it's critical that you wear blue light blocking glasses. If you're interested in a pair of blue light blockers, check out the link in my description box below. Number 7, make your own outlines. I found that creating my own outlines for my specific classes significantly enhanced my memory as well as my overall comprehension of that class. And the reason for this is because when you're creating your own outlines, all it is another form of studying. In an outline, mind, you're actively studying because you're writing all the material from that class and you're condensing it into a few pages. And the students who went and retrieved upperclassmen's outlines just so they didn't have to make one did not get to experience this amazing benefit. Number 8, 1 hour before your final exam, do a 20-minute meditation. Listen, exam day, exam week, exams in general, they are stressful. They cause stress and they cause anxiety. And it is scientifically proven that stress and anxiety deplete and diminish our mental clarity. And this is why it is critical that on exam day, an hour before your exam, you do a 20-minute meditation. There are countless studies out there that show how meditation significantly reduces anxiety, fear, doubt, or worry. And this is critical if you want to have mental clarity. And when exam day comes, you need to have mental clarity, because when you're taking an exam, it's a timed exam. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety. And the more anxious you are on exam day, I hate to say this, but the less mental clarity you're going to have. So what I found to be a wonderful technique, a wonderful tactic, is an hour before my exam, I would do a 20-minute meditation. I would either do the brain tap, which just works wonders before exam day because the brain tap instantly mitigates and eradicates all anxiety, stress, and fear. However, like I said, you don't need a brain tap. An hour before your exam, do a 20-minute meditation. Just sit, find a comfortable spot, sit down and shut your eyes. Focus on your breath, try to count each breath, and do this for 20 minutes. I guarantee you will come out of that meditation feeling much less stressed out, much less anxious, and with much more mental clarity. Number 9. Attend office hours. I found that during my first year of law school, attending office hours was such an amazing hack. When I attended office hours, I was able to ask my professor whatever I wanted. And sometimes I would even ask about the exam. And because my professor was usually only talking to me, he would give me some golden nuggets that really helped me out come exam day. So don't neglect office hours. Take advantage of office hours. Don't be afraid. Ask your professors everything and anything. So when exam day comes, you're gonna be ready and you're gonna be prepared to ace that exam. Number 10, if you get good grades your first year or your first semester, write a letter to your school explaining why you believe you deserve an increased scholarship amount, or if you don't have a scholarship, explain to them why you believe you deserve a scholarship. And why not? You deserve it. If you did good your first year of law school, be proud. Be proud of that. You're helping your school increase their ranking by your grades. And that's about it. If any of you have any questions or you want any more advice, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment box and I promise I will get back to you. You're a powerful human being and you deserve nothing but the best. So until next time, please smash that subscribe button, stay up to date with my latest content, and I will see you guys in the next video.